Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Now for those of you that have followed my channel for a while, firstly, thank you. But also you may remember a video that I did a while ago where I went to my friend's coffee shop, Albi's Coffee in Sheffield, and I did some product photography. So I took some photos of some products, of some coffee, and talked you through how I was setting it up, how I edited the photos, etc. Now for a channel the size of mine, that video did really well. So recently when Robin and Fraser at Albi's let me know that they had just launched a collaboration with Outpost Coffee Roasters from Nottingham, and they'd got 2 new signature blends, I figured that what I'd do is get a bag of each and show you how you can do product photography just in your own home. So I'm just going to be using things that are lying around the house, so with the exception of obviously my camera itself and the backdrop that I'm going to use, it's all things that you can find in and around the house. I'm going to be shooting all of the products here in my kitchen. The reason for this is twofold. Firstly, because I've got a huge bay window here, I've got 2 skylights above me, which is probably the reason why you can see the light bouncing off my bald head. But yeah, so that gives really good natural light. It's also got a wood floor, so I can incorporate that into it if I want to. And also there's just quite a lot of space because it's an open kitchen diner, so I've got quite a bit of space to work with. So let's get into it. So in my house, I've got quite a number of sort of end tables, nest of tables, stools, etc. All of which are different materials, and you can use these as the base and background of your product photography. So it's just a case of picking the one that suits the look that you're going for. So today I'm going to be using this marble top stool because I'm going for a really neutral vibe, and so that's going to provide a great background, but also one that's got texture in there as well. I've also, like most houses, got a number of sort of little kind of props that can be used, so things like little potted plants, bottles, ornaments, etc. And by incorporating 1 or 2 of these into it, it just gives your picture that little bit more interest, and it's something that can complement your subject matter. So for this one, I'm going to be using this small potted plant just to provide a little bit of colour, a little bit of texture, and also something just to offset the product so that it doesn't look like it's just the product bang right in your face. So this is my setup. I've got this marble stool, I've got some coffee beans on there, I've got the product itself, and then just this plant, as I mentioned, just to provide a little bit of interest. I've just got a grey pop-up background that's literally just leant against the chairs at the dining table, and I'm shooting on my A7 III with my 85mm so I can get really nice compression, also throw out that background completely and really focus on the products themselves. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be shooting with an aperture of probably between 3.2 and about 5.6. I'm going to have my ISO set at 100 so that stays fixed so I get the best quality images. And then what I'm going to be doing is using my shutter speed in order to set the exposure. And if I need to slow my shutter speed down, what I'll do is I'll pop and grab my tripod so that again I can keep my aperture and my ISO fixed, and then just use the shutter speed to make sure that I've got everything exposed correctly. So as you've seen, just by using the product itself, something to give a bit of interest and then something to tie it in, obviously using these coffee beans, just purely on this stool with the grey background lent against there, shooting at 85mm on the A7 III, been able to get some really nice images. With it being coffee, normally I would incorporate like a cup of coffee or a glass or an iced coffee or something like that. But what I felt with this is because the subject is the packaging, I thought that might distract from it too much. So I just kept it with just the bag, obviously the coffee beans to tie in with it, and then just a little bit of interest for the scene as well. And hopefully with the images that you're about to see, you'll see that I've managed to achieve exactly what I wanted to. So those are the images, and as you've seen, all just using things that are lying around the house, purely just using my camera, one lens, just the lighting that's available in here in an open space, purely just the backdrop. I think that cost me about £55, something like that. I'll pop a link in the description below just to let you know, but it just shows that product photography, you don't have to have loads of different strobe lights set up, you don't have to have really complex setups. You can literally just use something as a base, something to give interest, something to tie it all together, and that's all that you really need. So hopefully you found this useful. Let me know if you're going to try this out at home, and it doesn't have to be coffee, it can be anything. It could be jewellery, it could be a watch, it could be a water bottle, it could be absolutely anything. As long as you have those basic ideas of a background, preferably something that adds texture or ties in with the product, something else that ties in, so like with the coffee beans, and then something just to give it a little bit more interest. The background, you could literally just use a plain wall in your house, anything like that whatsoever. It doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be complex. You can just keep it simple and still get great images. So hopefully that you found this interesting. Drop a like if you have done, subscribe if you haven't already, because it makes a massive difference. Make sure you check me out on Instagram, you'll actually be able to see one of the images that I've taken today, because I'm going to post that now. Other than that, as always guys, from me and from Marley, we'll see you in the next video.